At the Kuona Trust, a visual arts center in a Nairobi suburb, artists work out of converted shipping containers. Kuona's mission is to provide opportunities for its artists to produce world-class art in Kenya. Sylvia Gachia is the director of Kuona.
Selling is a really big problem for artists here. We don't have a very well-informed audience in the local scene, unless we're talking about expats or we're talking about tourists coming in. So what tends to happen is a lot of artists start to create work for the tourist market versus just contemporary art.
Kuona is encouraging experimentation. Its gallery currently features the conceptual work of Marianne Muthoni.
As much as we love being in our own studio, comfort zones, creating, I think also us, we have a role in our society.
Muthoni's exhibit is called The Women's Vote. It addresses the role of Kenyan women in the electoral process and in the country's leadership. Young Kenyan artists are largely self-taught. Art was dropped from the curriculum in Kenyan schools nearly 10 years ago. Renee Mboya is a program coordinator at Kuona. She says that had an impact on young artists.
They come from a more informal background, so mostly artists that have worked previously in 3D and have hardly ever been exposed to any sort of what we consider to be the traditional forms of art. Painting on canvas and whatnot.
Cyrus Kabiru, a sculptor and painter, grew up making sculptures of eyeglasses from things he found around the house.
I was a bad example to the community. They used to tell their kids, like my cousins, study hard. If you won't study well, you'll be like Cyrus. So
Kabiru's sculptures, called Sea Stunners, have won international attention. This year, he was selected as a TED Global Fellow. The program brings together young innovators from around the world. On a recent trip to meet British collectors and museum curators, he says he met a Kenyan politician who knew little about Kenyan art.
Imagine a leader without knowledge of art. Yeah, where are we headed?
He also met some students.
And when they saw me, they just shouted, "Oh, I know this guy. Oh, he made this and this and this." But they don't know the politician. So I feel like I'm headed somewhere. I'm like the things I'm doing, I'm headed somewhere.
Slowly, young visual artists in Kenya are making progress in gaining a local audience. Roopa Gogineni for VOA News, Nairobi.